Donna. I am a health and wellbeing personal trainer. I'm mainly in the Portsmouth area, but over the last couple of years I've gone online. I've always been quite a highly strung, anxious, stressed person who overthinks a lot and kind of puts so much pressure on myself. When I was at school, I was quite bullied for my size, and it almost set me to find a release that was a healthy release for me. And exercise, like my parents got me into exercise from a very young age, and it was like, your typical gymnastics, and then went to trampolining, just kind of getting out in nature, got into running, and it was just so much kind of, when your head is all over the place, it was almost like a little way I could channel in to sort the mental noise out, focus on some like movement, and also build like a bit of a community with other people. Originally, I went down the journey of losing the weight. It come from back then from a point that I desired to be in a smaller body because of the opinions of other people. So it was a little bit of a confusing place for my head to be in, because I wasn't in an unhealthy body, but it was like I felt like I had to be in a smaller body to be accepted. Got into exercise, kind of helped with my mental health. I didn't really have any like talking therapy at those times. I just went to the exercise. I was in sort of corporate jobs, sales jobs, then got into recruitment. That's when my running journey started with a couple of girls. We signed up for like 10k races, and it was just like really good fun. And then after I was in recruitment for a good 5-6 years, I then got a job as a fitness instructor because I just loved exercise, really. Yeah. I found, looking back now, just kind of like helped me have a bit of mental resilience, really, to kind of deal with things in life a bit better, and just kind of strengthen up my mind at the same time as strengthening my body. I always thought it was kind of like, I've been brought up as a kind of very male-dominated environment, especially being in sport as well. And we're brothers, and I saw it as a bit of a weakness to show any vulnerability, and especially with like being bullied, and so as you grow up as sort of as a teenager, you've got to be strong. You've just got to let nothing kind of get in your way. And then once I got into the fitness industry, I took things a little bit too far to exercise too much, and I was exercising 3-4 hours a day. It went from me changing my body so much, I actually became more unhealthy at smaller size than what I was when I first started the journey. And then from that, it led me down to a little bit of body dysmorphia. My first original talking therapy was initially for body dysmorphia, to kind of rewire my brain and those pathways to kind of how people perceived me. I was really healthy, but I couldn't see it, and there was just this like mental block, how I looked, and what I saw, really. I now my exercise journey changed in a different way, that I love getting out in nature. I love to do yoga, I love to do Pilates, I like to, I still do other movement like body weight exercises, but it's nowhere near to the extreme. It's more about healing my body and helping my clients heal their body as well, to just kind of feel good, and it balances out, like I say, the mental side of things for the day. Because of my own journey, I understand now health isn't defined about how your body looks, it's about how you feel. And from all of the mental struggles that I've gone through, I understand that you just can't go by how, you never know what someone's going through when you look at them, and they could be going through a real tough time mentally, and you can't judge someone by that. I recommend to everyone to get talking therapy, because with every particular of the industry I'm in regards to sort of disorder, I'm not in the eating disorder industry, but that health industry, I notice in my mind there's some red flags with their food, or with something they might share with me in their personal life, or if they are suffering with like depression, and sometimes there's an underlying thing there that's totally out of my remit. I would signpost them to go to see someone, some counselling online or face to face. I think now, because you've got social media, which is quite heavy with body image, diets as well, it's a lot more awareness of how people want to look. But when you actually hear about a personal journey, you can actually think, that's more real. I've done sort of a few blogs here and there about my personal journey, sort of, you know, me having my weight loss journey, then taking it a little bit too far to the extremes, and then coming back out. Not so much coming back out of it, but it's almost like you can just relate to someone, and you get the understanding that it isn't that easy sometimes. There are going to be challenging times. I still suffer now. Like, there's some days where I do struggle. I lay there in bed and I'm like, oh. I share that with people. They can relate that it hasn't all got to be perfect. And I'm quite like truthful with my clients, you know, they're like, oh, how are you this week? And like, oh, you know, I'm really struggling with this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, me too, you know? And it's okay to feel like that. Okay, let's do some movement, let's shake it off, let's, you know, get the blood pumping, and just release that toxic, like that negative energy out of your body, really. But it's very much to the point, if someone's at that level where they are that stressed, you almost, the best thing not to do is to stress their body out even more with exercise. So again, it's having that awareness that in your how you feel, and having someone support you to say, actually, let's just wind things down a bit. In life, what I've sort of found out is you can control, when something goes out of your control, you focus on one thing. Sometimes you go to extremes with it, you know, and then it's just trying to find a way out of that. And for me, the kind of nature movement, and for my clients, it just helps. You know, there's different things you can do for your personal mental health, because it's the same with, like, there's no one diet that fits everyone, there's no one form of exercise, and you've got to find what works for you. Even for like your own mental health, like for example for me, like one of mine is like sit and paint my nails. Actually trying to sit, I would go to like power yoga, and just like 4 or 5 minutes at the beginning and the end, it helped with my panic attacks. The worst one was probably, I think it was 2019, so not that long ago. I was in like a local supermarket, and I just rush come over me, and I was like, this is now affecting my life, these panic attacks. And now, a couple of years on, it's like, I was still so stressed. So then that's when I took to restorative yoga. And also, I think what's helped as well is, on my own journey, is that people's opinions aren't exactly like factual to anything really, it's just an opinion. And although we live in a world where like social media, and you've got to like look like this, and it's really heightened at the moment, especially for like children, and like the anxiety and stress around that, that you can be healthy no matter what size body you're in, and looking a certain way doesn't equal your health. You're looking to like health any size movement, and you know, we're all meant to be different and unique, so it's kind of like, just move to feel good, and just start moving.